I'm going to show you how to play my game. I'm calling it Turbo Tactics for now, but that name can change. I definitely don't love it. So we have a bunch of road cards. These are the low ink version. They have just the number in the corner, and then you flip it this way, and there's a grid on the back that's going to show you what you can choose for your speed. And then these cards that have two numbers, these are the turns. They have a road value, and they also have a turn. So it's like you're having to navigate these turns, just like in Heat. You don't want your speed to be higher than this number at the time of crossing that turn, going through that turn. So shuffle those up and just pick 5 randomly, and then put those 5 with the road cards, all of the other road cards, and then just shuffle them up. You're going to have a racetrack that is completely random, and it's going to have 5 turns that you have to navigate. You're going to do 1 lap through this deck, so 1 lap through the racetrack, and that's it. Just flip it over so that the grids are face up and upright, and then you're going to get your starting line. You're going to be the blue car. Your enemy is the yellow car on top of that, and blue car on top of that. And then all you need to do is you're going to be driving kind of this direction. So you're going to populate the racetrack ahead of you by taking cards from the back and flipping them on top. Okay, so you take 7 cards and flip them over. Boom, boom. So this is the road that's coming up. You're always going to see 7 at a time, and you have to figure out how to drive through and try to beat you just have to cross the finish line, which is going to be this card. Once everything cycles through, this card will flip over and it'll be the finish line. So start in first gear. Your card shows what gear you're in, and the enemy card is doubling with the purpose of tracking the stress value. If you've played Heat, Pedal to the Metal, this is called Heat, and I'm kind of substituting that same principle, but I'm calling it stress, like stress on your vehicle and the driver's general stress level. So as you take the turns too fast, this level will go up. So you kind of just rotate and flip this card, and the top left value is going to be your stress. But it also represents the position of the person that you're racing against. All right, so once you're set up like this, kind of just hold it in your hand, and you're going to reach to the back of the deck and slide up the card that's on the bottom. And now here's where you get to choose. After you reveal the grid, you can choose what gear you want to be in. Now you can go up or down 1 gear, or you can go up or down 2 gears. If you do 2 gears, you have to earn a stress. So I see that I have a pretty long stretch of road ahead of me before the turn. I'd like to be able to move up to 19. That's not going to be possible, but I might be able to get into 3rd gear and just, if I can move 10, let's try that. So I'll punch it into 3rd gear, which is 2 gears up, so I have to gain a stress. So I just turn that guy over. So now I have 1 stress, and I'm in 3rd gear. Now you look at your speed grid. The stress level indicates how many options you're going to have. If you see here, there's a number column on the left, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to choose a number that is at your stress level or higher. So I'm in 3rd gear. I have to choose a number that's in this 3rd column, and I have to choose a number 7, 8, or these other ones. The plus signs indicate that it's going to add a random number to this value that is between 1 and 4. So if I chose the top value here, I'd be getting 3 random digits. The higher your stress, the higher the stress on your car, the more unpredictable your speed might be. So that's how that is reflected in the game. I'm going to choose the 8, and I'm just going to go with that. I've chosen my speed of 8, so you remember that. Before you move though, you're going to reach to the back and pull down this card, and this will tell you what your rival is going to be doing. They're going to move 1 card forward, and then there's a condition here that if the next turn is a 4 or through a 6, they're going to move +1, or if it's a 7 or more, they're going to move +2. The next turn is a 6, so there's a +1, so the rival is going to move 2 cards forward. Here's where the digits are that you would, so if I had chosen 6 plus, I would get 6, and then I get the first digit here. My speed would have been 9. I chose 8, so the leading car goes first. I'm leading at the start of the game. I chose 8. I'm going to move forward 8, which means I can pass the 5 and the 3, and I have nothing left over after that. I will show you that now, though. There's an option to take 1 stress and do an optional boost. Just like in heat, pedal to the metal, you can do that to take a heat and do an extra boost. I'm going to choose to do that, and when you do that, you're just going to pull this card down a little bit more. You're going to see 1 more little digit right there. That's going to be your boost. I wanted to get 2 or more to pass this section here. I only got a 1, so I just got that stress up to 2 for no reason, because I was not able to get enough speed to get past that next card. All right, so after I move, the rival is moving forward 2 cards. They just bump up a card each time for each number that they got here. So they're going to go 1, 2, they're going to move right behind me again. After I move them, I kind of collapse the road. The road that I've passed is now behind me. And I see 5 cards ahead, so I need to get that up to 7. So I just grab from the back and I flip it over, and then I grab another one, which is going to be that second card, and I flip it over. And now this is kind of my new setup for the next turn. I'm still ahead of the other car, and I see a couple of turns coming up. So now all you have to do is pull up another speed grid and go again. I got 2 heat. I need to try to move 11 to get up to this turn if I can. 2 stress, not heat, sorry. But I don't want to move 13, because then I'd be crossing this road. I'd be crossing this turn too fast, which would be really bad. So I think I'm gonna, maybe I'll go into 4th. Maybe I'll stay in 3rd gear. And, I'm gonna go into 4th. And I'm gonna choose the 8++ option. So now I reveal the bottom. My rival is gonna be moving 3 because it's 2, and then 1 more because of the turn value. And I got, oh no, I messed up. Well, let's see. So I got ++, 8++, so I'm doing 3 and 3. So my total speed is 14, which means I'm moving way too fast. I'm going past the turn, but I'm going to gain so much stress that I'm going to crash it out. I'm going to burn out. When that happens, you have to go right before the turn, and you have to go into 1st gear. This is just like what happens in heat, pedal to the metal. You gain all the heat that you can, stress in this game, and to signify that you have crashed and burnt out, and your rival gets to move forward one card for free. And on top of that, they're moving 3 more, so they're jumping up 1, 2, and then they jump in front of my card for the 3rd movement. So now that's the end of that round. I am back in 1st gear. I've got 5 stress. Hopefully I can make it past a couple of turns here. If you're in 1st or 2nd gear, if you're in 1st gear, you get to relieve 3 stress at the time of your movement. If you're in 2nd, you can do 1 stress. Also, if you're trailing behind, you can relieve 1 stress. So I'm gonna get that stress down here. So I need to populate 3 more to get up to 7. And then I get to look at the next card. So for this first turn, I'm at 5, so I have to choose from the top row. That's why it sucks to have such high stress. So I have to do a random value. So I'll stay in 1st gear because I don't want to go into 2nd gear and do 2 of them. So let's see. Yeah, 1st gear. Okay. I got a 1 for my random value. Ooh. I'm gonna do so at the time of now doing my movement, I do 1, but I can't pass the next card. But since I'm in 1st and trailing, I get to reduce this by 4, all the way down to 1. At the end of my movement, which is right now, I'm going to do the optional boost, which gave me a value of 3. So now my speed, I get to move 3 more. So my speed is 4 if I'm starting to count. So I get to move past all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I cross 2 turns. This one I'm fine. This one I crossed with 2 speed more than the turn value. So I do gain, wait a second, I was behind him, sorry. He moves first, plus 2. It doesn't matter, but here we go. Okay, then I move up here and I get 2 stress for going too fast. So I'm up to 3. And that's that. So I'm doing okay. I crossed a couple of turns. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards ahead of the trailing player, so I need to bring out 2 more. No turns coming up. We're on a straightaway. So I'm still in 1st gear. I'm going to reveal the next one. I'm at 3 stress, so I can't look any lower than this row right here. I think I will, jump into, let's go into 3rd gear. So right there, I'm going to take a stress to do that. So I'm at 4. Okay. And in 3rd gear, I'll do with a 4 plus plus. So we're looking at 4, 4, 1. So my speed is 9. This guy is going to go 1 and 2 more because he's trailing. This does not trigger because the next turn is at 2. So he's going 3. I go first. I go 9. I need an 11 to get past this next card, so I go past 1 card. I guess I'm not going to do the optional boost. That would be dumb. So now he moves 3 cards. So he's actually now jumping ahead of me. 1, 2, 3 ahead of mine. And that's the end of that turn. I need to populate 2 more. So like that. Still on a straightaway. I'm going to look at, all right. I'm going to go into 4th gear. I'm at 4 stress, so I can't look any lower than that. 2nd to top row. I'm going to do 4 plus plus plus. Here's the big reveal. So that's 6. I got 10 total. 6 from there and 4 from the initial. And the car is moving 3. So they go first. They jump up to here. And I'm moving 10, which is enough to get me past 2 cards. Okay, there we go. And I need to bring out 2 more. So kind of collapse everything down. And then I'm holding 7 racetrack road cards. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'll do 3 +++, and he will do +2. So 1, 2, and I'm 3 + 4. Okay, 7. Oh my gosh, this is awful. So I only get to move there. And bring out only 1 card. Here's the new 7 cards. All right. Next turn, I'm going to do 4 +++. Here we go. I'm looking at 7 + 4. That's 11. All right. And they are moving only 1 card. The turn is not visible, so they're not doing that, and they're not trailing, so they're just doing 1. And I'm moving 11. So I get to go past 4, 5, 9. Okay, I'm right behind him. I could do an optional boost, but I'm not. Oh, I keep forgetting. Whenever you're trailing, you get to cool off 1 stress. So I should be like down to 2 right now, maybe even lower. Sorry about that. Whenever you're trailing, you get to do 1. And then we're going 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to go do something. All right. So next round, I'm at 2 stress. I can do, not moving very quick. I can do 8 ++. So I will do that and see if I can get 5, 6, 7. Well, I don't want to go too fast, but let's see what happens. I'm only moving 10. That'll work. And the enemy is moving 4. So they go first, they're in front. So they're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. And then I'm moving 10, which is enough to get me past 4 cards as well. I'm still trailing. So I get to cool off 1. Relieve 1 stress. And we need to put out 4 more cards. 3, 4. And then we look at the next one. Okay, I need to see if I can go 5 to get past this turn. I'm in 4th gear. I think I can just do 6+. So I'll do that. And this guy's gonna go 3. So he is cruising. He's right there. And I, in 4th gear, am going 6 + 2, because of the 2 down here. The first digit, which is 8, which is enough to get me past 2 cards. Actually, and I go a little bit too fast around the corner, so I gain 1 stress. I also get to relieve 1, so I'm just gonna leave it there. I relieve 1 because I'm trailing. And then we have 2 more cards coming up. Okay, 2 turns right back to back. Here we go. All right, so I need to move 7, 10. I'd like to move 15. I can't do the 13 because it's on the 0 stress. I need to do something else. if I move 10, I can get there. I'd like to move 14 at least, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'll go 10. So I've chosen my speed, then I reveal the enemy. Oh, okay, if it's the starting line, then just go ahead and put it up. So the finish line is revealed. And now if I try to pull down another one, it's gonna be the front. So what you do is you just kind of grab 4 or 5 cards in the back and flip them over. So then you can use those as your new reference. Okay, so I have this grid. I'm choosing the 10. Then I'm gonna pull down. My rival is going 2, and I'm going 10. So here we go. The finish line is in sight. He moves 2 cards forward. I move 10, which gets me past 3 cards. And I'm down to 0 stress because I was trailing. Now, here's what you do. When there's no more track that needs to be populated, you just take the card that you used and just kind of slide it into the deck anywhere, and then so that you can have a new one for the next turn. Okay, so I'm gonna put everything back. This is kind of a weird ending with 2 tight turns right before the finish line. Let's see how it goes. I can use any value now in the, I'm gonna stay, actually I might need to go into a lower gear. If I go 6 to get past the first turn, I'll take 3 stress. If I go 8, I will crash. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna lose, well, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try. Let's just try to go into 3rd. This might be crazy, but I don't know. I'm gonna do 2 plus plus. And we got 2 plus 1 plus 2. So I'm at 5, and they're moving 3. All right. So they're all the way up here. I'm moving 5. I think I got no shot unless I try and do a boost right now. So I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm crashing. So I'm able to get 4. My speed now is gonna be 9. Yeah, so immediately when I cross this turn, I gain 6 stress, which is too much, so I can't cross it. You go to the spot right before it, you get all the stress, and you go into 1st gear, and the rival moves up 1 card. That's everything that happens when you crash. And then I'll put this somewhere in the middle of the deck, like that. And slide this one up now. And I'll just finish it out. I'm gonna do a regular plus. I got a 2, and he's moving 2 spaces, so he crosses the finish line, and he has 1 extra. So that's kind of like, well, if we were both to cross the finish line in the same turn, for each movement that he didn't use, you would add like a score of 4. And then if you have more speed left over when you cross, if you have more than, in this case, if I had crossed and had more than 4 left over, then I would be the winner. But if I had just barely crossed with no speed left or less than 4, because he had another movement, he gets like a score of 4, so he would have won. I get to cross this I'll do an optional cool off 4 for being in first gear and being behind him, and I'll do 3 more to go here. So my total speed was 5. So actually then for crossing that, I have to gain 2 more. But I didn't cross the finish line and he did. So I lose the game. And that's how you play.